Like many people my age, the real story of a checkered history between Ghana and Nigeria is lost on us. Of course, we were not born when authorities implemented the Aliens Compliance Order of 18th November 1969 under Prime Minister Kofi Busia, which was intended to clear out foreigners from Ghana.
Everyone knows the dangers and challenges of our time. The dangers of once again being enslaved by greedy, faithless, unprincipled men.
These aliens, mostly Nigerians, were accused of posing a threat to the economic survival of a country. A number of them were Yorubas, numbering about 140,000 out of an estimated 191,000 Nigerian immigrant stock in Ghana.
Good evening, sir. Good evening. Thank you for welcoming us to your house. It's just one of those days we're having.
75-year-old Naija Boateng, who is a returnee from Nigeria, remembers very well how many Nigerians were in Ghana in the 1960s before the compliance order.
When the Aliens Compliance Order came, in fact, they were disappointed. They vote. My hometown, for instance, they vote. The Yorubas at that time, the so-called Alata, they voted. So when they were asked to go back to their country, they were disappointed. Look at this place, for instance, Kokomremre. It was Lagos town those days. So when the Aliens Compliance Order came, they sold all their buildings to Ghanaians and left. So they were disappointed.
Historian and PhD candidate at the University of Ghana Institute of African Studies, Kweku Dako Ankra, believes the decision to have the foreigners leave the country embittered many of the Nigerians.
If you look at the economy, I'm talking about the informal sector, it has been dominated by foreigners in terms of buying and selling trade at the market and wholesales and what have you. Have the Arabs, the Lebanese, the Syrians, they were dominating the area. The Nigerians, particularly the Yoruba, have also taken over the buying and selling, with some of the Igbos also in there. What happened was that most Ghanaians were then not having opportunity for the informal sector. So when Busia came, he realized that most of these areas are being controlled by foreigners, leading to capital flight. So the policy of Alien Compliance Order says that if people want to live in Ghana, they must register and claim to be Ghanaian, or else they should do what? Go back to their country. So that is what happened. And this affected most Nigerians who had businesses in Ghana.
Fast forward about 14 years later, what appeared to be a retaliation happened. The ugly history of Africa's most famous bag, the Ghana Must Go. Ghanaians had to pack up into these bags for the journey, and that is how the name came to stay. Nearly 2 million Ghanaians will be given a close deadline to leave under the Nigerian Aliens Expulsion Order of 1983. Even though I was not born, I would later find out my father and some of his friends were part of the returnees who endured the drudgery of traveling in cargo trucks by road for weeks back to Ghana. In a memoir I put together, my father recounts how people died in transit. They are stories of horror, some too close to home. You cannot but reflect on them occasionally. Even though 75-year-old Naija Boateng did not have to endure some of the drudgery, he remembers the experience so well, which he says have affected Ghana-Nigerian relations.
I visited my what we call it, my nephew, who was in Nigeria at that time, when I returned home from Europe. Then I paid a visit to them. It was there that he said, "Uncle, let's stay here for a while so that we all go together back to Europe." Then I said, "Okay, I want to go." So I stayed there for just 6 months. And then when this Arians compliance order came, my nephew said, "Uncle, we can't stay here, let's go."
Historically, there has been this interaction between Ghana and Nigeria, people moving here and there, and there has been free flow intermarriages. That goes back to pre-colonial times, as well as the colonial times, where some Nigerians have come to Ghana and had been even involved in Ghana's independence struggle. In the same way, some Ghanaians have also been in Nigeria and contributed to that country's educational, economic, as well as cultural improvement. So these were things that has been exchanged already before this 1969 Alien Compliance Order came. So you see, this brought a wedge between the Nigerians and then the Ghanaians.
I understand saying Naija is hard, but the fact is now we do I'm like that. Some people talk saying Naija no good, but
The years after these revenge policies by the two governments have been characterized by gradual attempts to move on.
Families were dislocated. People who have their properties lost them. Some people, they even had to die because whatever they have worked for in other countries, they were not even able to bring all of them. In fact, some had to sell some of these at cheaper price. What locally we say, don't go me, because you want to move back to your country. Happened in 69 for the Nigerians, and it happened also for Ghanaians in 82. So it is like that. You know, it is still happening. If you look at South Africa, people call it xenophobia. It is not even xenophobia. It is the same thing that happened, that fighting for economic space. And even in Ghana and in Nigeria, it is still being experienced. You hear of some traders in Kumasi trying to say the Nigerians are, the way they are behaving, they are destroying the market. In Accra, it's happening. So we've learned from that experiences. After people suffering, now we are finding a way of trying to cut down on that economic cost that affect nations and their relationship.
I had an encounter with somebody told me, if it's your country, will you do that? A policeman. I say, yes, I will do the same. Because I was not putting country in context before I did what I did. But these are individual comments, but when it comes above that, even when they finish that, as soon as you see, he calls me, say, my brother, come, okay, come. He will never say Nigerian man, because he refers to you and say, my brother, come.
Football administrator and businessman Frank Nelson Nwokolo has lived in Ghana for over 30 years and understands the rivalry between the two nations.
Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, who happens to be my uncle, the first president of Nigeria, when I read histories about him, I saw even at the time, he encouraged Nkrumah and told Nkrumah, do this, this is the way we should go, this is the way we should go. Even though Ghana came out to be the first independence country, sub-Saharan, there's a lot he took from Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe. So I go back and say, wow, so Zik, this was happening between Zik and Dr. Nkrumah. So there's so much between Nigeria and Ghana. Politics, religion, music, food, marriage. My wife is from Ghana. My wife is from Keta. This is the joy of it. So when people are asking, where are you from? I don't know where to tell them I'm from Nigeria, I'm from Ghana. Some people say, oh, but you look like an Igbe. In my church, everybody thinks my wife is a Nigerian. Meanwhile, she's an Ewe. So it cuts across. There are so many things that keeps us together.
In his time in Ghana throughout the period, he has learned so much about the Ghanaian people. Having held several portfolios in Ghana's Football Association, the House of Folk director understands the football rivalry and thinks it is healthy.
Ghana is a football nation. The passion of football in Ghana is something you cannot take for granted. Going back the other way, Nigeria, the passion for football. Nigerians can do anything to make sure that that happiness of winning comes to Nigeria. In terms of professionalism, Nigeria is there, Ghana is there. In terms of exposure, we have it. In terms of players, for today, somebody might say that the quantum of players in Nigeria have in foreign leagues cannot be compared with what we have in Ghana. Because, I mean, when you look around, especially in the EPL and the La Liga, you look at it, you see that Nigerians are all over in terms of professional. There are a lot of Nigerians playing professional football ahead of Ghana. Maybe before Ghana had the same bet as what today. I think Nigeria has an upper hand in terms of professionalism. I think 2008, the CAN, we had. I mean, we all saw it, what happened. It was Nigeria. I think it was quarterfinals when Michael Essien came with that brilliant header that dismantled Nigeria. We've seen situations like this. Senegal 92, we have seen issues like this. But international competitions, you cannot just say, I put my coins for Nigeria or I put my pounds for Ghana. It's like I said, it's like Kotoko and Has situation. You can always have it, Has to have all the best of form, can struggle with Kotoko. Kotoko will have the best of form that can play Barcelona when it comes to Accra Football. They will crumble. So that's how I see it in this situation.
I wanna live with you. I get the reason why I can't let go. Girl, you never know, so you gon' gossip. Man, them so far to find your love. Girl, you never.
On the entertainment front, the Ghana vs Naija rivalry has given us some of the best hit songs. And if you wondered why it is a big deal for Ghana's high-life musicians at the time to head to Nigeria, well, the reasons are now obvious, are they not?
Most musicians in Ghana, the high life guys, Amechi Dede, Okuku Seku, Abicheba Kofi Sami, all those groups, Kakeku, they all found themselves in Nigeria also trying, because it was a period of the oil boom.
No wonder the late Nigerian multi-instrumentalist, singer, songwriter and activist Fela Kuti in 1967 traveled to Ghana looking for a new musical direction.
One of the most celebrated musicians as far as the origination of Afrobeat is concerned, whom we all know to be Fela Kuti. Part of the history tells us that his genre of music, which is the Afrobeat, is actually a combination of the Ghanaian high life music as well as the traditional Nigerian juju music. Okay. I have heard that he's come to Ghana to learn Afrobeat, the Ghanaian high life music, went back to Nigeria to fuse the two together to produce what we call the Afrobeat music today, which has also evolved into the kind of beat we hear today.
Showbiz analyst, entertainment critic and chief executive officer of Samiflex TV, Samuel Atobi-Ba, says the progression of music and the rivalry that exists today between the two countries should lead to outcomes that penetrate the world market.
The kind of music we are doing in the world now, it is about what is marketable. We've seen that Amapiano is doing well in South Africa. We've seen some of our artists doing it. Kofi Kinata, who is a typical high life artist, has put out an Amapiano song called Opere. Sefa has put out an Amapiano song. So it's about what is sounding right. Yes, we all pride ourselves in saying high life is our own, high life is our own. That is okay. Maybe our forefathers started playing the yampo and some blah 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 that we call high life today. But because you don't only want to sing for Ghana, because you want to sing that, you want to put out that song that will cut across. If high life will not do it, is it Afrobeats that will do it? Go and get Afrobeats and do it right. So to me, that discussion of which genre Ghana should do, which genre Ghana should not do, I'm sure it is jaded.
In the last decade, the Ghana meets Naija concert has hyped the rivalry even more. A clash of musical heavyweights of both countries converge on one stage to battle for supremacy.
I genuinely think as an African, so when Burna wins, it affects Africa.
Yes.
If you're African, that's when you can say, oh, you're from Angola, you're from here. But people from outside, they see all of us as Afrobeat and what we represent. So I'm not mad at that. But as you said, I think countries should hold on to highlights that we can build on that, because that inspires the next generation.
Because I'm here, I'm in Nigeria. You guys have given me the opportunity to be here. You play my music and that. So it's just like, okay, everybody, if you want to go great or be like Nigeria, just make sure you have a 80-20 policy, and that's it.
The problem with us comparing ourselves and how the Nigerians are doing, they did better and all of that, apart from the fact that they have people who invest into their craft, we don't have the same here. Ghana is Nigeria is they help the arts.
I feel like Africa is really gonna take over the world with a sound. Producers are now like you know, they draw inspiration from everything global, like music. So now the music is bigger, the mixes are nicer, like there's collaborations between Afro pop artists and like international artists. So I think like that has really helped.
And in movies, comedy, and other aspects of the entertainment spectrum, the verdict is out there.
When it comes to motion pictures, that is movies and sometimes in music videos, I think Nigeria has stepped it a notch up when it comes to especially movie productions, creating a number of series and other things that are streaming a lot on international media platforms like Netflix and other things. And unfortunately, you can't really see much of that in Ghana.
I think Nigeria has done super better. I don't care if you say Nigeria hasn't, but let's face it, it's in our faces already. Nigeria has done well. Look at the collaboration between Burna Boy and Black Sheriff. Black Sheriff was here in Ghana, but when he did that Burna Boy's version in his song, trust me, it has gone far. He's now marketing his music better.
Marketing of music comes from different levels. Nigeria has a huge, about 5 times the population of Ghana. You don't need to do so much work to become popular as compared to Ghana.
Some will disagree with you because,
Exactly.
because there are many other artists there who are not popular.
Yes, you see, agreed.
I really disagree with him because if you have a larger population, you have much more work to do to get the music to everybody. Big personalities in the Nigerian movie industry like G. Mike came to Ghana to do a media tour to promote his movie. And so if a personality with such following to come and do that in Ghana, you would see how seriousness they have attached to their work.
You see what Fela Kuti did for Afrobeat? He made it so ubiquitous, so simple that anybody in Nigeria appreciates it. How many Ghanaians appreciate Afrobeat? Sarkodie's album is selling better in Nigeria than in Ghana because of numbers.
I'll come to you.
Yes, on the Sarkodie's bit, you mentioned that he went to Nigeria for a tour. Trust me, go on the streets and ask Ghanaians who remembers Sarkodie being in Nigeria. But ask them, who remembers Jim I coming to Ghana? Everyone was all over social media, and he was almost everywhere in almost all the media houses. I understand what I say. It has to do with the grassroots, how you build yourself.
Sammy Flex believes Nigeria is a step ahead in promotion of their works.
I think the healthy one will be when, say, Kelvin Boy gives us Down Flat, and we get a song from Omale, and you listen to this, wow, this is a great song. You listen to this is a great song. And then I can say we are having a healthy competition. But then it gets worse, especially when we compare what Burna Boy did with Shatta Wale for the past months, where on the internet they were throwing salvos here and there. This one was insulting the other one. That is when it becomes bad. So if I am a Nigerian, I hear Shatta Wale said F Nigerians, no matter what, whether it is music or whatever, I'll be offended.
Well, so Naija scores high marks in this space.
Ghana jollof, Ghana jollof, yummy. Ghana jollof, Ghana jollof, yummy. Nigerian jollof, yeah, it is funny.
And as for the food and the age-old jollof war, it is a straight Ghana win, and I am not the one even saying this.
Oh, I'm a Nigerian, but I love Ghana jollof.
Hey.
Yeah, very well. Like the taste is, in fact, the taste is also like it's everything. I love my Nigerian native food, no problem. But once it comes to some Ghana food, I love the Ghana jollof. It's very nice because I have a best friend who prepares it very well at Labadi. Very well.
Really do love the Ghanaian jollof that I taste, and I think it's awesome.
Okay. I'm sure you have tasted Nigerian jollof.
Of course, I've tasted
Nigerian jollof.
Exactly.
Good.
Yes, and so I would say both of them taste great, but I'll prefer.
Yeah, I think she's been very modest about it.
No, but I would say I like Nigerian jollof because probably I've eaten it for quite a long time. Yeah, exactly.
The jollof itself, neither Nigeria nor Ghana is the originator of it. As you know, it's coming from the Wolof area, the rice growing area. So the Wolof area, in the Futa Jalon area, you have this jollof thing they call jollof from Wolof. And now we have taken. But now the question is, there is an appropriation. When you appropriate a thing, your ability to build on it, what we call the value addition, that you bring to it is also very important. So for Ghanaians feel that having learned from that jollof, we have added better value to it. That makes it more tasting or more appetizing. I've been to Nigeria, I eat the Nigerian jollof. It was okay, but it can never reach the Ghana one. And I'm sure if you go and interview a Nigerian, you will also have different opinion about it.
If jollof no day, party no day. Yeah, baby, jollof no day, party no day. Yeah, baby, jollof. If jollof no day, party no day. Jollof no day, party no day. Jollof no day.
Well, from all accounts, the blurry lines that used to divide the two countries are clearing up. And whether it is football, music, politics, they are connecting dots. 75-year-old Eja Boateng, the returnee from Nigeria in 1983, wants the Ghana Union of Traders to work with the Ghana Investment Promotion Center (GIPC) to liberalize the trade space so Nigerians who live here can also freely work without being persecuted.
Allow everyone to trade, because you are a Ghanaian. You also go to someone's country. What are you going to do there? Some Ghanaians will insult me when they hear this. Okay? Yeah, they will insult me when they hear this. But that is not how to do it. God created man and woman. And here we are now. Why is it that in those days, no one stopped them for sale? But this time that we are going to stop them. Even sometimes they lock their stores and all that. When I see that, I feel pity.
Two of us, no matter what it is, we have different backgrounds. For the fact that I am from this part of Nigeria does not mean that I think that a Ghanaian should behave the same way I be, because we know that there's a difference between. So we must respect each other's culture. When we speak to each other, we must know that we are Latani, we are let's say it's a Ghanaian and every other thing. Those things, we know that there are some languages when we use to, it offends each other. So I cannot use any language, because in Nigeria, it's just a free language. When I get to Ghana, I must know that, like you say, when you get to Rome, you behave to the Rome like Roma.
Ours is a relationship that keeps getting better. A story of a checkered past of a people determined to leave behind the curses of a previous generation, to foster fresh ties across sectors. And the friendly rivalries only serve to make these relationships more exciting if they stay this way. Ghana versus Naija to the world.